was a really good morning. Everybody's awake. Had breakfast, had coffee. Okay, great. Pastries, yeah. Pastries are here now. If they weren't here when you got here, be sure you get some. I am Cindy Schimank. I am the Director of the Information Services and Technology Department. Someone asked me what IST stood for, so I was going to be sure and let you know that right here at the beginning. And this is our Director Dialogue. And my team was here greeting you at the door, so hopefully you got to see or meet a couple of them. We're happy that you're here, and as always, happy to make you happy and have, as Lita says, mucho fun. So, welcome this morning. We're just going to go through a few things. Here's our agenda. I'm going to introduce my team, just in case you don't know them. In November, we will have been together as a team for 5 years, which is awesome. So, yes. So I'll introduce them in a minute. We're also today, rather than going through all over again, because I know y'all have heard it already, what we do, we're going to talk about some things that maybe can help you in your day-to-day life and some issues that are coming to light for us that are, I call it plaguing you, okay? And so we're going to go through those things, and it just happens that the word plaguing is there, and it's phishing, phone scams, pop-up laptop messages, and passwords, and I did not plan that those are all starting with a P. So I'll call it divine intervention. Then we have some other items. I want to talk to you a little bit about the Spectrum streaming and a few other things, and then we'll have Q&A so you can ask me and my team any questions that you have. So that's our agenda. Everybody good? Ready to go? All right. So let's talk about the IST, and we're going to introduce ourselves kind of in a different light. So in the year that this person was born, the first computer mouse was invented. Anybody remember this? Douglas Engelbart. It was constructed out of wood, and by the time it became commercially available, the patent was expired, so he never got any money out of his invention. In 1963, and that was me. In this year, the Apple II was introduced. It had color graphics for the first time. It was sold in this year and between this year and 1993, and it was one of the longest lived lines of personal computers. And Apple did something kind of crazy. They gave these away to the schools so that the schools could get into the personal computer industry. Who is it? Sarah. In this year, Dell Computers was founded by Michael Dell, and he was a freshman at UT in this year. Justin, 1984.
He hasn't changed a bit.
Come on, Mr. Fleming.
Did you hear that, Justin? You haven't changed a bit. We have two in this year. The DVD player became commercially available in the U.S. in March, and it began the gradual replacement of what? VHS. That's right. That's right. Nathan, 1997. Also in 1997, the electrical and electronics engineers officially introduced the first version of the 802.11 wireless network standard. Everybody's seen one of these. Aaron. And now to our baby. And this year, the short-range radio networking standard was rebranded Wi-Fi. And Apple released the airport Wi-Fi router that built connectivity into the Macs as well. And there's our Jose in 1999. So that's your IT techs. That's the team that actually does the work. So let's talk a little bit about some current issues. Our team got together and said, okay, what do we want to do for the director's dialogue? Let's talk to the residents, and we'll probably talk to staff too about some of these things, because these things are plaguing us. Everybody, every day is getting these things in your phones, in your emails. We get calls for, is this real? And so I just wanted to talk through some of those things, so we pulled them together, and the first thing we're going to talk about is phishing, okay? Phishing is not a video game, it is phishing with a P, and it is when they're trying to take your personal information from you. And they're sneaky. They're really, really smart. Now, y'all have heard this before, but I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep presenting it because we have so many residents that are getting caught up in these phishing schemes. So, does the email ask for personal information? Is it asking you to reply with any kind of personal information? Does it contain your correct name, or does it say, dear resident, or to whom it may concern? Does the email look authentic? Okay, your email address may look authentic. It may say, Cindy@compact.com, but if you hover over it, it's going to have some garbage, right? So be sure and hover over the email address and make sure that it's a legitimate email address. Also, these people don't speak good English sometimes, so the words are misspelled, right? There'll be grammar problems, there'll be misspelled words, there'll be spaces, there'll be numbers stuck in the middle of the message that don't make any sense. Let's watch for those things. Also, you get this message out of the blue and it's asking you to click a link, right? Don't click the link because you weren't looking for the link. You weren't expecting the link, and who knows where it's going to take you to. Also, it may take you out to some web page so that you can buy their product and spend money. So we don't click links, right? And it also may have an attachment that doesn't make any sense. Like, here's the list of members from the computer club that you're not expecting. Don't click on any of those things. And then also, everybody's seen this, you're looking for money. I'm a Marine and I'm in Argentina and I can't get back home, and I got your name from a friend, and I really need for you to call this number or click this button and help me get out of here. Has anybody gotten one of those? I get them. Yeah. So here's some examples, and I'm sorry, I thought these would look good up here. So here's one that's supposedly from the U.S. lottery, winning money. And so here's U.S. Lottery. Look at the email address, info@kysmaq.co.jp, right? Don't click on that, right? Here's one that kind of looks good, mailserver@company.com. Does everybody do business with company.com? And then it's asking you to click on a link. So we don't want to do that. Here's another one. I send the money to your name. Hopefully no one would be, just delete it, right? This one looks pretty good, and this one happens all the time here. You get a message from Norton saying that you need to update your account information. Norton is your antivirus, right? Okay. On this particular one, the charge is $480.87. And if you look below, which you can't see, so I don't know why I'm pointing it out, down below, it says a transaction of $399.99. So their amounts are not even the same that they're telling you. How about FDIC? We need to update your ACH and wire transfer information. Your account's been suspended. Any of those messages like that are asking you to be really urgent and take care of things right away and give them your information. So, what should we do? So are you expecting the email message? Are you looking for it?
No.
Look for the traits that we just showed in the examples above, the things that we just showed. Like, what are the traits that we saw? They're bad email addresses, they're making you click on a link, they're taking you to a web page. Just always be suspicious, right? Is there anything about the email that looks suspicious? Then be skeptical, okay? Follow up with the resources at your organization. If you get a message from Bank of America, I get them all the time. I don't even bank at Bank of America. I get messages from Bank of America that I need to do something with my information with Bank of America. You need to update your contact information. You need to, give me your new address. Same thing with credit cards, if you get it for a credit card company. So what do? We go to the resource at the organization that we know. Take your credit card, flip it over. There's a number on the back of the card. Call the number and say, I just got this call. Was it you? Same thing with your bank. Most of you have a banker or a contact with your bank. So call your banker, say, I just got this message from Bank of America. What do I do? And so they'll probably tell you to delete it, but get in touch with the people that you know, because you know somebody at those institutes. And it's same thing with a club, if it's a membership club. Maybe you're in the National Park Association, and you get a message that says, you've subscribed and your subscription is up, and I need for you to send this year's payment. So just go back to the last time you paid National Parks, find where you sent them the message, call the number. Okay? So delete the email and then delete it out of your deleted folder. Because sometimes your deleted folder doesn't purge itself for 90 days or 60 days or whatever. Let's get rid of it. So delete it and then go to your deleted folder and delete it out. Make sense?
Yeah.
Just for your information, this presentation and also the fun one when you walked in will be out on the portal so that you can reference it if you would like. Okay, so what's the second thing that we just get plagued with? Phone scams. So everybody gets these calls all day, right? 866-844-822-800. You pick up the phone, you say hello, it's silent for a minute, and then a recording comes on, or a person comes on, and you want metal siding on your house, or you need some new windows for your car, or you need tinting for your windows. These dialers are they're robot dialers. They know your phone number, and they'll pick numbers all around your number that are available. They pretend like they're a number. They pretend like they're a 1-800 number. Pretty much, if you don't know who's calling you and you don't recognize the number, just don't answer it. If it's your insurance company and they need to get some information from you, guess what they're gonna do? They'll leave a message, right? And if it's a scam, they won't leave a message. And so I've just gotten to where if somebody is in my contacts, so if Sarah calls me, on my cell phone it says Sarah's calling me. On my caller ID it says Sarah's calling me. So I know that I can answer the phone and it's Sarah calling me. If I get a random 210-646-3333 number and I don't know who that is, they're gonna have to talk to my voicemail. And then I can always flip over and listen to my voicemail and go, oh, that was Sarah's sister calling. So now I'll just call her back. You've got to protect yourself. I'm sad that it's gotten like this. I'm sad that they're using technology in these ways, but that's the world that we're in right now. So ignore the unfamiliar numbers. If you're not familiar with the number, just don't pick it up. If it's important, they'll leave a message. Watch for numbers that are close to your number because they're using that so that you think it's a familiar person. I live out in the sticks and it's a 979540. That's the 6 digits that are beginning, and I get calls from there all the time. There's only 4,000 people in that area code. I know they're not calling me. It's just a robocaller. They're using that number trying to make me pick up the phone, okay? That's the thing. They get you on the phone and then now they've got you. Now, yes, exactly. They're reeling you in. They're reeling you in. It's easier for you to not even be tempted by talking to them. So just don't talk to them. Then, if you do pick up the phone, remember that's what they're doing. They're trying to get personal information from you so they can go out and use it, so they can sell it, so you've got to learn to recognize those red flags. So I'm from Bank of America and I need to confirm your account number and your address. Can you confirm those for me? What are you going to do? Hang up. Right. Then what do? Call the bank. Exactly. You don't know who you're talking to. If you call them, you have full control over who you're talking to and what you're telling them. Okay? And then don't share any information over the phone. No one's going to ask you for that information. If you call your credit card company, they're not going to ask you for your credit card number. They're probably going to ask you for the last 4 digits of your social security number and your address and your zip code and your phone number. That's what my credit card does. That's what they ask me for. They don't ask me for my account number. So I'm just trying to make you aware of this. So what can you do? Verify the caller's identity by hanging up and calling that organization back on a number that you're familiar with, okay? Here at the ARC on our lines, we do have call blocking, and we do block some of the numbers. As you can tell, we can't block all of them. But you can also block calls on your cell phone numbers. If you get a call, and my phone does it, I don't know if all the services do it, but at the top, if it's a funny number, it'll say, do you want to block this call? I block it. That way I don't have to worry about them calling me again. And then if you've got a safe number, Sarah's obviously a very safe number for me. So I have her in my contacts. So when she calls or sends a text or an email, it says, Sarah. So if you have those people that are safe, go ahead and get them in your system, in your phones. So if this, whatever they're trying to sell you, whatever they're trying to do for you, sounds too good to be true, it is too good to be true. So the other thing that we've been dealing with a lot lately is these pop-up device messages. They pop up on your tablet, they pop up on your phone, they pop up on your computers, and they say, urgent, you're out of compliance, urgent, your software system is dying, urgent, right? They're red, they're big, don't pay attention to me right now. And we're seeing that a lot. We are getting a lot of calls for things like that. So they'll have imitation logos on them. It might say Windows, it might say Apple, but it's usually not, right? It'll also say, call this number. What do you do, please? Oh, don't call the number. Please don't call the number. Okay. Also, it's going to ask you, can we log into your computer? Can we remote into your computer? That was a thing years ago. Like I remember when I was first in IT in the late 80s and 90s, and you could remote in to people's computers. That's not a thing anymore. People just don't do it. It's just too dangerous. So if you get anything that says, is it okay if I remote into your computer? No. Now sometimes on these things, you can't close your browser. Sometimes they lock your browser and you can't close it, okay? If you get anything, here's a couple of them up here. Sorry, I'm standing in y'all's way. Like, see how it's urgent, virus warning, it's got a phone number for you to call, your Mac is at risk of being infected by viruses. They're always just very like in your face, stop whatever you're doing. You can call 52, and I'll tell you in just a second, it's up here, 5292, which is us. We're not going to answer the phone because we're in your unit. Okay, you can call resident services or you can call the front desk. The front desk always knows where to find us. Front desk knows where to find everybody, right? They're like the most amazing, yes. But they do know how to get in touch with us, and we do consider this to be an emergency. In our department, if somebody reports that they've got this on their screen, it's an emergency, and we try to find somebody available to go help and take care of it. A lot of times we cannot clean this up. We might send you to Best Buy, to the Geek Squad, who we highly recommend, by the way. They're very good, they don't charge you a lot. That's probably where we'll send you if we can't just fix it right away. But just, if this pops up, call 911, 5300, 52, okay?
Meaning if you can't get that off the screen, if you can't close the browser.
Correct. You might be able to close the browser. Some of them are not that smart, but even if you've done it and closed it, if you want us to come look at it for you, my guys are really, really smart. So don't click on anything. Close the browser if you can. Never, ever, ever call the phone number. And then y'all all probably know those 3 numbers. I would say this is one, oh gosh. Okay, so don't quote me. I'll get in trouble with the technicians. Don't put a work order in. This is an emergency, okay? This is a phone call. Sorry, guys. One other thing, the other P word that we are constantly having issues with is people that can't find their passwords. Now, if you, I mean, it's hard, right? It's hard. And we're not supposed to write this stuff down. And we're not supposed to keep it by the computer. And we're not supposed to put it somewhere where other people can get to all our passwords. And there are safe computer programs where you can put your passwords. There's also a piece of paper next to your computer that you can put your passwords. But what's really important is that you know where your passwords are, right? That you can find them when you need them. And so we have a few suggestions, and we have a gift for you when you leave today. Use strong passwords for your accounts, okay? Sunshine123 is not a good password, Felicia. She liked that password. She thought it was a great password earlier. She said, you just put a dash in and it's fine, right? Also, avoid using personal information. My password should never have the word Cindy in it. Okay? They also say don't use common words. So if it can be found in the dictionary, you shouldn't use that word. So if it's a real word like street or projector or computer, or if it's a dictionary word, try not to use those. And then use a password manager. A lot of people are not comfortable with having a computer password program, okay? My mom is not comfortable with that. So I bought my mom just a little book. And every password goes in this book. So that when she's trying to get onto her Bank of America bank account and she can't remember her password, she just gives me the book and then we find it. Yes?
You have to remember where the book is.
You do have to remember where the book is, yes. Because we want to encourage this, because when we go to apartments sometimes or cottages, it's just tons of papers and I know it's here somewhere, okay? It happens. It happens. It happens to me. Like you create a new account and you're just in a hurry and you just write it down real quick, right? So when you leave today at the door, please feel free to take a little black book with you to put your passwords in, okay? If you don't have something already, okay, they're at the doors. And I just, it's really important in today's world. We can hardly do anything without a password on the computer, on the phone, on the tablet. So, and then you can always share them with a trusted family member. My son knows where my little black book is, so if anything ever happened to me, he knows it's pink. So he knows it's pink. He knows where it's kept. And so if something ever happened that he would need to get to my passwords to help me with my personal business, he knows where it is. So if you've got a trusted friend, a son, husband, whatever, share it with them. Tell them where it is. Good?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yes?
What about when says, do you wanna save your password? And you got something that says, do you wanna save your password on an account, so when I go in next time, I just.
So like your Google browser sometimes wants to save your passwords? Okay, I'm guilty, I do it. I do it.
Save it.
I do it. My text would probably tell you not to do that. Yes, sir.
You said never let anybody log into your computer. What if you've made the call, and you're talking to Amazon that's trying to help you with something and they want to log in?
If you are very confident, what his question was I said, don't let people remote into your computer. Like, if you're very confident that it is who they say they are, then you can do it. But you made the call, then you know who you're talking to, yes. But I would say, you make the call not from an email that says, call this number, right? You, okay, all right, yes, sir.
On my computer, Outlook Mail, I have a function which is block. You open up that list and then you can block it. But you have to click on that, on the message. You click on it first, then that opens up the capability of the block function. You say delete first. My question is it equally okay to open and then block it?
I do not,
Okay.
sorry. I write down that it's always gonna be the last, the .com, the .net, the those. I write it down, and then I go into where you do your settings and your blocking, and then I'll write it in as a blocked. I don't open anything if I don't know what it is. Like, you don't know.
Cindy,
Yes.
in my phone, I have an app, Keeper.
Yes.
And that's where I keep my passwords.
Yes.
That's still good to use?
Yes, I
Okay.
have one
And
of those too.
Oh, okay.
It's just not everybody is comfortable using those.
Yes.
Make sure your password is not sunshine123 though.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Apple's got a built-in password manager now,
Yes.
which is really good. But what do you think of pass keys and the future of pass keys?
What's a pass key?
A pass key, there are systems that allow you to do pass keys, like you can keep things in your wallets. You've seen your wallets on your phone. I just don't trust it.
That's not what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about?
This is things, I think Google, there are very few businesses that have them,
Mhm.
but they use them in lieu of.
Oh, where you have a key instead of a password. I think we're probably gonna move that direction, actually.
Now we're moving that way.
I want to talk a little bit about Spectrum. I didn't put a slide up here. I know that's what you all want to know. You couldn't care less what I'm saying other than Spectrum streaming today. But thank you for humoring me. We are putting together a process by which we can help you with your Spectrum streaming, okay? I want to back up and talk about the channels that we have with Spectrum. We are contracted to have their basic entertainment and sports channels, okay? And they can change those channels anytime they want, based on their contracts with the people that they're carrying, okay, those channels. Streaming channels are the same. So they are currently giving us the 5 streaming channels, and we have a handout when you walk out the door, if you haven't gotten it before, that talks about those streaming channels. It looks like this. You've seen it before. We had it in your boxes, okay? Step-by-step guide, streaming service setup, okay? So right now, they are offering the Max Disney Plus, Peacock, Paramount Plus, AMC Plus, and if you're a Hispanic speaker, there's actually another one that's not on this sheet that we're happy to help you with, okay? So streaming is, if you have a smart TV, then you are able to put an app on your television and you are able to watch, and they call it streaming. So streaming is you're using your Wi-Fi signal in order to watch a show on your TV.
Right.
I think that
That's
makes
right.
sense?
That's it.
kind of as mud, right? Okay. So these channels are available to do that with. There are requirements that you have to have in order to be able to do this on your television. Again, on this sheet, okay? And there's different models, different brands of TVs. There's different devices that you can plug into your TVs to make them smart. And we may have to just help you with that on an individual basis, okay? There are, as you can see, we have 5 technicians and there are 500 households, okay? We really want to help you because this is something that we have contracted, we're entitled to it, and we want you to be able to benefit from it if you want to do that. So we are trying to put together a process where we can get to everyone that needs help, okay? So first what we want you to do is follow the steps on this sheet. Has anybody read this sheet? Like, do you know? Okay. So basically what I'm asking you to do is set up the accounts because you've got to have accounts with the 5 streaming services. And we don't need to help with setting up those accounts, okay? So setting up those accounts is step 1, and then you've got to tie them to Spectrum. So that's a little complicated. But what we want you to do is follow the instructions on this sheet, okay? Once you have your accounts, and you don't have to have all 5, okay? If you want all 5, that's great, but if you just want to watch Paramount Plus and you want to watch Yellowstone, my family does it every Sunday night, got to have Paramount Plus because you got to watch Yellowstone, okay? If that's the only one you want, then that's fine. You don't have to have all 5 of them if you don't want all 5 of them.
They're all provided, you don't have.
They are provided. At this time, they are part of our contract. I just want to make sure everybody's aware of that because Sarah said, Cindy, you've got to tell them that they can change these channels. Okay? They're currently in our contract. They're part of our lineup. Okay. So, once you've done this, put in a work order, not a phone call, work order, and we are going to set aside appointments every single day starting Monday until we have everybody taken care of. Okay? We do have other work to do, so we won't be doing this every hour of every day, but we're trying to get this kind of logically done to where we can get into everybody's unit and help you do these things. Make sense?
Yeah.
Work order? Okay, you can call if you want. You can call the front desk, you can call us, but we prefer a work order for something like this because we can drag it and put it on a calendar. Yes, sir?
What about download speeds?
Download speeds should be around 600. If you're not getting that, let us know.
How do you know?
We can come test it for you. Put in a work order. I mean, I'm sorry, that's how we work. That's how we work, right? 5 technicians, that's how we work, is work orders.
Something that you can type that will tell you what you got?
There is, I'll tell you what, let me do this. So we also, let me just talk real quick. I'm not ignoring your Colonel Hooper, I see you back there. We also are doing info services and technology, okay? FAQs, and this will be on the portal, and I'll add that question and put the link.
What was the question?
Oh, I'm sorry. The question was, is there not a link that you can go to that will test your speed for you? You probably could Google it, but I'll get one that's safe for you.
I can
Yes.
imagine mine.
Cindy, I just wanted to thank you for 2 things. One is that we got a brand new TV because our previous TV was from 2016 and was smart but not smart enough. So that is thank you number 1. And thank you number 2 is for your team's support and expertise during the Spectrum outage
Thank you.
that we experienced last weekend.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Any other questions?
Yes. Cindy, a couple of points I wanted to ask, and you can answer at the end. The first is, when you talked about the technology scams and everything, what I found works best, and you didn't mention it, so I'll mention it, is the 2-factor identification system. If you've got a cell phone and you get any of these crank things, this will eliminate that. The company will give you a text or a phone number, and they'll respond with a 6-digit code. You know it's really them. So the 2-factor identification is a good beat the system way. Number 2, I have a dumb TV, not a smart TV. but I still was able to download the apps to my iPhone or iPad, and I think the Spectrum
Good point.
app will then make my iPhone a TV that'll get the Spectrum football thing that my wife wants.
That's correct.
On Peacock, because every now and then Peacock has a football game from the NFL. Thirdly, can you talk about spoofing numbers, how they do that? It just drives us crazy. We get a number on our phone, it's a legitimate number, but it ain't the person that I know. I'm getting spoofed. Can you address that?
Spoofs are just like the robocallers. They're just smart, somebody's smart developer that needs to spend their time positively instead of negatively. They know what your phone number is, and they go in, create dummy phone accounts. They can do it through a development program, and then it looks like it's your next door neighbor calling you, and it's not. So, yes. Someone else over here, someone, oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, you're talking about streaming, Paramount, Disney. So if you set up all these, aren't you paying extra cable charges for all these things?
No, sir. They are free through Spectrum. You don't pay for them.
Okay.
Currently.
They're gonna get you hooked.
Got a question.
Well, the new contract is a long time now, 5 years down the road. Sarah will be doing that. I'll be gone, I'll be retired.
You're not that old.
I had a question, please.
Yes,
I'm getting about 20 emails a day that are junk, that they don't even, I mean, they're Trumps or Moss or something. Anyway, is there any way to get rid of those?
well, we can
Never
help
opened.
you, show you how to block them. I'm just gonna tell you, they're really smart. They'll come back tomorrow, and
Oh, they-
instead of it being 123.com, it'll be 124.com.
Oh, okay.
It's just unfortunately something that we're kind of all
Okay,
living with
thank
at
you.
this point, but who has the mic? Yes, hi,
I have two questions.
yes.
The first one is, why are we having so many outages with Spectrum? The second question is telephone. Who do we call when we have so much interference on our telephone line? I have a 651 number,
Okay,
and I call 651 or 654, which is just down the street for me. And I'm getting so much static, I have to recall.
do you know if your phone line is through Spectrum?
Yes.
Okay, so what we need to do is get with her, okay? We need to put a work order in and come check your modem. I was gonna say that a minute ago, and then I detracted myself. We're having a lot of trouble with those new modems. We're replacing, how many? 20%? 25% of those new modems. So that's why I said we need to come look at your speeds, and we also need to look at your devices that you have hooked up to them. I mean, they don't make it like they used to. Well, they really didn't make these like they used to. It's a really bad percentage.
I have one more question.
Excuse me.
My television in the living room, I keep getting digital pictures scattered all over the screen. They did not replace the modem because it has a DVR. Will they come and replace the DVR?
They will if you're having issues with it, yes. Again, when the tech comes and looks at the other stuff for you, we'll check on it for you.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
Yes, sir. Where's the mic?
Do you cross over in any way can you help with streaming devices that I have on Amazon?
Our techs are pretty smart with Rokus, Fire Sticks.
It's so slow. It's
I will tell you that the streaming service with Spectrum does not work well with the Fire Sticks. We've just found that it does not work well with the Fire Sticks.
Have a Fire Stick.
Mhm.
Stuff.
Yes, yeah.
I do.
Well, we can come look at it for you, but yeah.
Cindy?
There you are. Like, where is she?
I don't know, I was going to take my cell phone to the store. I have Bluetooth hearing aids. Okay, the other day, my hearing aids started picking up a Spanish And I had it, so then I went in and turned off all the Bluetooth attachments to
Mhm.
my hearing aids. But it still didn't take care of it, it still did that. And then finally I just turned the whole phone off completely.
And then it was,
And then waited a while and turned it on and it was gone. But every once in a while, the phone will act like it's got its own, you know, radio station.
Mike, yes, yes.
Is that a problem?
Got his own.
It's just a channel price, a frequency problem, probably, yes, yes. Again, just let us know and we'll come look at it for you. And then we may have to refer you on because it's the hearing aids, but we'll try to look at it for you.
Okay.
We always try to come and help and at least tell you, we can't do anything, you need to go somewhere else. But we can be your first line to do that troubleshooting. Where's the mic?
Yes, you were asked a question and you kind of passed up the first part of it, is why so many Spectrum outages here in the past 2-3 weeks?
Well, we've had global problems in the community, it's not just us. They had, a transformer was hit one time and so everything was out that time. They came in to do some work on channels 18, 90, and 91. And when they turned that piece of equipment on, they turned off something else. So that was our community that was down. It's both community and bigger community. I think we've been stable for a couple of weeks now since we got the 18, 90, and 91 back up. Everybody happy? Finally, right? Finally they got those back up. Sir, it's not always individual things. Sometimes it's like there's like the transformer getting hit. It's just we were very unfortunate and a lot of things happened right around when we were doing our rollout and our implementation. So, yes, sir.
Cindy, with all the difficulty in the startup of the Spectrum contract and the continuing problems with Spectrum, was Spectrum really the wise?
They were the only choice.
The only choice, because if you Google San Antonio, there are other companies that provide streaming
only
and internet.
Yes.
No, and internet. So
Right.
I'm just wondering whether Spectrum really was the best deal for the ARC.
So Spectrum is the only carrier that would allow us to continue using cabled devices. The other communities were 100% streaming and Wi-Fi. I mean, not communities, the other companies. No one was willing to allow us to continue using our coax cables and our cable boxes and our DVR boxes. They were it. And that was why we continued with Spectrum. I mean, everybody else will come in and give us 100% streaming, but who in here is ready for 100% streaming? I'm not. Yeah, that was the reason we went with Spectrum. That was the main reason.
Will 18, 90, 91 ever be streamed?
We are planning to stream those. It's another service. It's the one that drives all of the monitors on campus, and we're planning to put it on that. And so you can have that app on your phone, your tablet, your computer, your smart TV, and you can watch it other places. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if anybody has this problem besides me, probably not. I get often at the top of my iPhone, I get Spectrum saying no service. And so I don't have any service. And it happens to me once a week or so.
Do you have a Spectrum phone?
Yeah, I called Spectrum and they just told me turn off your phone and turn it back on, and it works. It works every time.
Remember in 1983 when they put the personal computer on your desk and they said if you have any problems, turn it off, wait 3 minutes, turn it back on? Unfortunately, that is still sometimes what we do. Yes.
Get you an iPhone.
General Magruder.
Well, thanks, Cindy, for all your team has done. Just want to give some personal experience about Password Manager. Some of you don't know what that is, but I've had Dashlane for 6 years, and I swear by it. I have one master password, and then I can go to each of those accounts. And oh, by the way, if the password is too old, they'll tell me it's old. You need to get an automated, I typically get automated passwords, okay, with 20 digits in them. And so periodically I do that. But I just swear by Password
Great, thank you.
Manager. I feel so secure with that, and it was in business for many years. So
Thank
it's
you.
Dashlane. Just go Google it, take a look at it. I think I pay a modest fee for that.
Okay,
Anyway,
thank you, sir.
LastPass is another.
Yeah, what was that, Dave?
LastPass.
LastPass.
And that's one that has a free service.
Okay.
For one device, but if you wanna spread it over multiple devices, then you have to pay.
Great. Thank y'all for the suggestions. Yes, sir.
I would just like to add that once a quarter, Mark Harmon, who is our technician at Computer Club, puts on a Mark Harmon, who's our technician in the Computer Club, puts on a really good class on fraud and computer security. It lasts 2 hours. And I really recommend anybody who can to attend one. It's normally sold out. So if you want to go, you have to sign up on the sheet early to get there, but he's very, very good.
Thank you. Yes. Okay. I know there's lunch bunch people. I know there's another event going on, so I don't want to take up any more of your time. All of us will be around if you want to talk afterwards at the at the doors. We have our 2 handouts if you need these. We've handed them out before, but if you'd like those, and then even if you want to use the little black book for something else, you can take one. Thank y'all for all being here. We appreciate you.